Have you ever wondered why it is important to set boundaries in our lives? Well, boundaries are like invisible lines that we draw around ourselves to protect our mental and emotional well-being. They help us communicate our needs, desires, and limits clearly and effectively. Just like a fence around a house, boundaries keep us safe and secure. They allow us to maintain our individuality and personal space even while we interact with others. Boundaries are also crucial for healthy relationships. They prevent misunderstandings, conflicts, and feelings of resentment. They ensure that everyone in the relationship feels respected and valued. Now, there's a common misconception that setting boundaries is selfish or unkind. But that's far from the truth. In fact, setting boundaries is a form of self-care. It's about respecting yourself and expecting the same from others. So, remember, boundaries are not a sign of selfishness or unkindness, but rather a necessary step towards self-care and healthy relationships. Now that we know why boundaries are important, how do we go about setting them? Great question, and that's what we're here to explore. The first step in setting boundaries is recognizing and acknowledging your needs. This may sound simple, but it can be challenging. It involves self-reflection and honesty. Ask yourself, what makes me feel comfortable? What makes me feel stressed or upset? How much social interaction do I need? How much alone time? The answers to these questions will help identify your needs. Next, you need to clearly define your personal limits. This is about understanding what you can tolerate and accept, as well as what makes you feel uncomfortable or stressed. These limits are personal and can be about anything: your time, your personal space, your emotions, your energy. They are different for everyone, and that's okay. Once you've identified your needs and limits, it's time to communicate your boundaries. This is where things can get a bit tricky. Communicating your boundaries means expressing your thoughts and feelings clearly and assertively, without disrespecting others. It's not about making demands or ultimatums, but rather about expressing what you need in a respectful way. Use I statements to express your feelings, such as, "I feel stressed when I don't get enough alone time." The final step is maintaining your boundaries. This is perhaps the most challenging part, as it involves standing your ground and saying no when necessary. Remember, it's okay to say no. It's okay to prioritize your own needs. It's okay to adjust your boundaries as you learn more about yourself and your needs. In conclusion, setting boundaries is a four-step process: recognizing your needs, defining your limits, communicating your boundaries, and maintaining them. Each step requires practice and patience, but the end result is worth it: a healthier and happier you. Remember, setting boundaries is a process, and it's okay to make adjustments as you learn more about your needs and limits. Let's quickly go over the main points we've covered today. Understanding and setting boundaries is a vital part of self-care and fostering healthy relationships. It's about acknowledging what you need to feel secure and respected. First, it begins with acknowledging your needs. Understand what makes you comfortable and what doesn't. Listen to your feelings. They often hold the key to understanding your needs. Second, define your limits. Know where your emotional, mental, and physical boundaries lie. Third, communicate your boundaries. It's not enough just to know them. You have to express them clearly to others. And finally, maintain your boundaries. This might be the hardest part, but it's crucial. It's not a one-time thing, but a continuous process. Remember, setting boundaries is a skill that takes practice, but with these steps, you're well on your way to building healthier relationships and a happier you. Before we wrap up, here's a final thought. The journey to setting healthy boundaries is not always a straight path, but a winding road filled with self-discovery and growth. It takes patience, self-compassion, and a lot of courage. There may be times when you'll stumble, but remember, it's okay to seek help. You're not alone in this journey. Each step you take towards setting boundaries is a step towards respecting your self-worth and nurturing your mental well-being. So don't be disheartened if you face a few obstacles along the way. Take it one step at a time. Now, it's time for you to take the driver's seat. Start implementing the steps we've discussed today. Remember, it's not about perfection, but about progress. And every step you take, no matter how small, is progress. Remember, your needs and feelings are valid. Don't be afraid to set boundaries and take care of yourself. You're worth it.